Okay.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Any seatbelts.
Say the Lord's Prayer.
Did you used to say the Lord's Prayer, or was that said under some circumstance that was...
Oh, I just feel like I might be taking off on an airplane, and I used to always say the Lord's Prayer when I would take off.
Right. Right, so you used to say that taking off an aeroplane.
Right.
Huh.
Only prayer I had to memory, so...
Right, yes. Probably for most of us.
Right.
And did that help you when you...
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what was the context for you of learning that prayer or using it originally?
Learning it originally?
Well, I'm asking, was that comforting for you in other circumstances when you first learned it, or that was just something that you used to kind of comfort yourself? I'm saying comfort. I don't know how you describe it.
Probably it was from childhood, probably first experience of like learning a mantra.
Right.
You know, without really realizing I was learning a mantra, and just to sort of calm the mind and remove, fear, obstacles, insecurity, just, use a mantra of some kind, and prayer seems to work. So it's not the only thing I use now, but I definitely used that for many years.
Yeah, and it is a good one. I say it, but I've, not that I've used that, but as a child, that was something my father used, as a vehicle for that. And
Really?
so I have an association with it as that sort of comforting thing. And I guess there is something very much about the Lord's Prayer that has that capacity to be comforting and soothing and mantra-like.
Yeah.
So here we are,
Yeah.
about to take off in the plane, get the Lord's Prayer going.
Yeah, didn't realize we would do anything like this. I have no thoughts on it whatsoever.
Sure,
It's
that's
interesting.
Okay. So, where shall we go? Up into the air?
Yeah, someplace far and distant, yeah. High above.
High above.
Yeah.
So if we take off in the plane and we're high above it all, and you got that amazing perspective you get from the plane window.
We're all in theory.
Yeah. Well, there's some distance. There's some distance from things. The cars and the people, the little dots below. So what do you see from your window, your plane window?
Right now, just clouds. It feels very heavenly, though.
Okay, so we're up in the clouds. The heavenly clouds.
It's dreamy, I just feel dreamy, and right now, I guess, just that visualization is just very dreamy and sort of like expansive too, because you can just let your thoughts wander wherever they'd like to go, and think about whatever you'd like to think about, wherever they take you.
Yeah. So I invite you just to have a little dreamy, sequence right now. Just allow yourself to go with those thoughts and let them take you wherever they take you. And have a little kind of dream up there in the clouds. See where you go, just completely spontaneously.
I probably have to close my eyes to do it because I'm so visual.
Right.
But I'm still in the room.
Still in the room. Do you want to do that? Do you want to close your eyes and go on that little trip?
I think if I'm going to go on a dream, I probably have to.
Sometimes it's nice just to drift off like that and let yourself go without a particular destination in mind.
Oh, I do it quite often.
Okay. Is there a familiar place you go, or do you find yourself...
No, just not really. Just nature usually. Going into nature. Something green and just calm, beauty, the beauty of nature. Natural surrounding.
And if you just let yourself go now, where do you find yourself heading? Where does your fancy take you?
It's interesting. It takes me into my body right now.
Okay. Where in your body are you going?
I would say it's the heart is the theme here, so it's definitely my heart. I feel my heart beating, which, you don't always feel your heart beating.
And what do you feel around your mouth?
Well, a little dehydrated. My head too. I have a little bit of a pounding in my head just from a lingering headache, but that's probably contributing. Definitely have a sense of vibrating in the physical body.
Where do you feel the vibrating?
In my whole body.
Is that a good feeling, or?
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a reminder to stay in the body. That it feels good to be in the body, not just in the head.
Yeah, so your lips are a bit dry. And I'm also inviting you to pay a bit of attention to your mouth, and just notice the way that you hold your mouth and what that feels like to you if you bring your awareness there.
Yeah, I just feel a little tense.
So if you were to increase the tension in your mouth, how would you do that if you were to exaggerate that?
Probably pucker my lips up or something.
Well, if you're willing to do that, yeah, just do that and see what feelings that brings.
Well, it feels kind of funny, but and then the reverse happens. You feel like smiling or laughing afterwards. Yeah, there's tension in my face for sure.
Where do you feel that tension?
Well, I feel it in the muscles of my face, but it could be coming from my, I do have a slight headache, so that's assisting it.
Pay attention to the muscles in your face. Tell me where exactly is that tension in your face?
Tension would be coming from like my cheeks and then around my eyes.
So just pay attention to your cheeks and see if you can notice where exactly in your cheeks the tension is and what it feels like.
It's coming from the center. Cheeks right here.
If you were to exaggerate that tension just slightly, how would you do that right now?
Again, just like pulling in my face or something.
Just try that and see what that's like.
That's interesting.
What do you feel when you do that?
It's like you really feel the flesh in your mouth and the muscles in your face.
Like if you pull in a bit like that, like you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
what is the kind of stance? What is that stance? What kind of things would you say in that position, or what do you express when you do that?
Not really sure. You mean, how does that translate to behavior?
Yeah, or feeling, or like if I do that, if I pull in my cheeks and
Well, it's like, obviously you can't speak.
what else is there in that?
Maybe worry.
Yeah. It's a worry kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
What would you be worried about if you were doing that?
Well, it's almost like worry is second nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's just a kind of automatic.
It's a natural way of being, like just being okay with everything, but also worrying about everything at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand something about that myself.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about your version of that underlying way of being, of worrying.
Probably not being sure, not being sure of things. So creates doubt or worry. Like just not being able to accept things at face value or what I know to be true, just second guessing.
Right, kind of like doubt or...
Like, oh, what can go wrong type thing.
Right.
And then worrying about what can go wrong instead of just going, well, what can go right.
Right. So you've practiced that for a long time, that kind of...
Probably. Again, and yeah, sometimes, you use, I think I probably used it in my work.
We get clever at using that.
Well, these are your natural tendencies, so you try to find a positive outlet for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And where does that work? Tell me how that works at work.
Well, when you're planning events, you see the event, but you can also see everything that can go wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you try to plug all the holes and fix it before there's, before there's a fire, put out the fire before there's a fire.
Absolutely, that would help you be successful. I mean, that's my problem when I'm planning things, is that I don't do enough of that, and so I'm constantly not anticipating stuff and constantly running into problems because of that. So yes, that makes perfect sense to me as a very useful being.
But I see that I do it in everything now. So it's like, what can go wrong? Try to fix it before I get there, or try to fix it before, or offer advice that can fix something. Instead of just saying, that sounds great.
And where did you learn to do that?
Well, interesting that you brought up father, because probably father energy. But my mother's a big worrier too, so probably from both of them.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Both of them were worriers. Right, okay. So you got a good dose of education.
How to worry.
How to worry. And what was their particular style of worrying? Did they have different styles?
Let's think of other stuff. Well, my father was more disciplinarian style. More extremely old-fashioned and conservative. So
what's a disciplinarian style of worrying like?
Well, even before anything happens, you're punished.
Oh, okay. Right.
In other words, very strict rules and guidelines.
Right, so something will go wrong.
Everything will go wrong
So
unless you have
well,
lots of rules.
So you might as well get punished in advance because we know it'll go wrong and we'll know you do something.
Here's the punishment just in case.
Right.
You didn't know what the punishment would be.
Right. So that's really preempting things going wrong.
Right.
Punishment before things go wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. I can laugh about it now, but I don't imagine that was easy to live with.
Well, I mean, it just comes up for me like I was the oldest, so he would say, okay, we're leaving now. You're in charge of your brothers and sisters. If anything goes wrong here, it's your fault.
Wow. Okay.
So you become the leader, the disciplinarian, the everything, in charge of everything.
So he was training you for event management career.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah.
Leadership role.
So how old were you when you were in charge of everything?
I don't remember a time when I wasn't.
Right, okay. Yeah. So now I understand a little bit more about your worry. Because it's one thing to be an adult and be in charge of everything, to be in charge of an event and be paid for it and to have some kind of backup staff and to have some knowledge and some experience because at least you've got some reference points. And it's another thing to be in a child and not have that knowledge and not have the emotional ground. And have the critical disciplinarian voice in the background anticipating you're going to do it wrong anyway and the punishment beforehand because that will go wrong.
Yeah, then it makes sense when you're an adult.
That's right. So that's sounds like a very overly stressful experience as a child.
Yeah,
to have that
guess
kind of
so, but I don't know.
It would just become part of the ground. That was just how it was.
Yeah.
And don't remember a time that it wasn't that way.
Right, and if that's your reality, then that's just the way that it is.
So hence that worry becomes embedded in your being. Yeah, I can understand that. It becomes part of you because you learned very early on to be concerned about what was going on in a way that was sort of what we would call an adult concern, like worrying at a level that, doesn't give you much childhood space to just relax and
that's true.
Play and drift on the clouds. It's the very childhood kind of daydream that isn't a part of that worry space.
Maybe that's why I can daydream so well.
Yeah, well,
because that's where I go to be a child, probably.
That's right. It's great you've got that capacity somewhere. Because down on Earth, it's pretty damn serious.
Nuts and bolts.
Yeah, and you're in charge, and you're responsible, and if things go wrong, it falls on your shoulders.
Yeah, you have to constantly be in charge of organizing everything.
And how many kids were there?
Well, there are just 4 of us.
So you're responsible for 3 other kids. And what was the age difference between you and them?
With my brother, 1 year, and my sisters, one 3 years and the other one 5 years.
Right, so they were very close in age. Okay, so it wasn't so much like younger siblings. This was more like siblings that were
kind of my age.
Kind of your age. So did they accept your direction, or did they kind of not?
Yeah, pretty much they did.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I was pretty tough.
Right, and you laugh, but yeah.
I laugh because they still look at me that way, like, oh, here she comes with all of her rules.
Yeah, well, you learned that from your dad.
Yeah.
And that is a useful way to operate if you're in charge and responsible, is to have rules and to be strict about it, otherwise it's chaos.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like we're stuck being children, though, instead of like, now I just want to be adult with them, I want to have an adult relationship. But I feel like we're stuck being children.
Well, you're stuck.
In my relationship with them and their relationship with me.
But you weren't the child in relationship to them. You were the organizer child. You were a little bit the adult.
I was the adult. Yeah, maybe I want them to be more adult with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could be a little more childlike with them.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah.
But you're stuck in the parenty role, kind of.
Yeah. Rules, all the, organizing.
Yeah, organizing.
Yeah.
You laugh when you say that.
Well,
what's the feeling that comes up as you're biting your lip? There's feelings there.
Well, it's difficult, but
I
laugh at it because it is what it is.
Right. Well, that's a way of sort of coping or distancing.
Right.
I'm interested though, what's the feeling when you bite? What's that little feeling that sort of pops up?
Well, probably just wishful thinking that it wasn't
That's
that
the
way.
thinking. I'm just a little on this track. When you bite your lip, there's a feeling there. Understandable feeling. I'm interested in the feeling.
It feels difficult. Feels hard.
Yeah. Hard, difficult. Those are words which make sense to me in that context. Yeah, that was difficult for you and remains difficult for you. Just want to be the kid or want to be the sibling or play or have some companionship on a similar level. But you missed out on that and you still do.
Probably, yeah.
Probably?
Well, I mean, now that you're bringing it up, and I'm,
well, that's what
focusing
I'm understanding.
in on it,
So that's a lifetime of missing out.
Yeah, I don't even know what I missed out on, really.
Right, that's the probably.
Yeah.
You kind of like something different,
but I don't know what that looks like.
Don't know or how to do it, or
how do we get there?
How do we get there? Yeah.
Again, here I go with the organizing now.
Yeah. How do we get there? Well, what if you were to just what if I was to do the organising right now of that? How do we get there?
Okay.
And you could just take a sort of a role of, I don't know, like following or being supported in some way where you didn't have to blaze the trail or make the decisions or set the rules. You know, what if I did that right now? And
that would feel comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd like to do that. I'd like to step into that with you for a little bit. So, that means that I need you to let me do that, to allow me to take that. As much as you say that would be nice, I need to both step into that and have your kind of energetic agreement. Like, I need you to let go a little.
Yeah, you know what comes up for me is that then I need to see you as like in a father role.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you need father energy to do that.
Right, okay. But the father energy for you is very strict and very disciplinarian, and it's not doesn't look like something else. Doesn't look like something a bit softer or a bit caring. It's got to be.
Well, again, that's my experience. So for me, that is caring. Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to invite you, if it's possible, let's see, to maybe step outside the familiarity. That's the way that you could relax. Somebody's really just in that vertical, definitive, almost preemptively disciplinarian mode, and in that place you can sort of relax because it's been taken care of, even if there's maybe a little fear there with the getting punished or something, but nevertheless that's the familiar ground. So if it's possible, I'm interested in, let's seeing if you and I can explore a different kind of experience where you might let go a little, allow me to be in that father role, even though I don't look or sound or act anything like your father, because you know what that looks like. So I'm me, I'm different. I do fathering in a different way. I can kind of be strict, but not in the way that your father is, or not to that degree. So, but maybe we can start with that, because that's a little bit more familiar to you. So that would mean I need to step into being a little more directive and tell you what to do or how it's going to go or something.
Right.
Because that's the familiar territory.
Exactly.
And then we'll sort of see how we can take a step into something unfamiliar. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to your face, because that's the place where you hold the worry and do the familiar thing. Because if you're gonna allow me to take the lead, the first thing that's required, that I need from you, is for you to relax your face.
Okay.
And like, actually really let it go, like really
let my
go
jaw
into your body, not just the jaw, the cheeks, the mouth, all the things that you do that are familiar to you. I want you to let that go. I'm giving you a direction to let that go.
Okay.
You know, it's not just inviting you, I'm directing you.
And any suggestions on how to do that?
Right. Yes, I need you to pay attention to your face, like you really go into the awareness, particularly around your cheeks and in here and around your mouth, because that's all the holding places that you do. And what I want you to do is I want you to, like, firstly just
do mouth exercises.
Yeah, kind of get into your face a bit, get into your cheeks, like feel this kind of the mouth and the cheeks, and get into some awareness there. Oh, that's right. Jaw. Yeah.
Yeah, lion.
Yeah, all that stuff. Whatever, you know. And I'm giving you both the direction and the freedom to start like making faces, like even whatever spontaneously.
Exercises to release it.
That's right. Feels like the thing that you'd like to do with your face, and just experiment moving the face and you know, making any kind of face, doesn't matter how it looks, just
it'll look funny in the camera.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'll be funny too, you know, I'll do it with you, you know, so we'll do it together. I mean, it feels good because, you know, I've got my stiffness there too. So
definitely, even in the neck and every
cheeks,
place.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
And yeah, make sure you're breathing at the same time. Let the energy move your body.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, the stiffness goes into the neck.
Stiff in the neck. Yeah.
I've got my stiffness in my neck too.
Okay.
It's good. Okay. And I want you just to, like, even with your hands, pat your cheeks and loosen all that up. Yeah. Your mouth. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Get that energy moving. Yeah.
Yeah, massage would be good right
now. Yeah, massage would be good. Well, I'm thinking of something right now to facilitate this process with you, if this is okay with you. I want to check out each step with you, which is that I could just try patting your face a little. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to move a little closer, and I'll try doing that for you, okay? You tell me, you know, if it's too hard or too fast or too slow.
Oh, feels good.
Okay. That's right, yeah. You experience as I do this.
It's definitely a feeling, a softening experience. At the same time, it still feels strong.
Good.
Relaxing.
Good. Yeah, I want you to relax your face. Keep breathing and just take that relaxation into your neck, shoulders. So let yourself go into that peacefulness. For once you can just let go. You don't have to be in charge. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so just be with your body. Yeah, what are you feeling right now?
Feeling like the being in charge is fatiguing.
Yeah, of course.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
And how do you know when to not be in charge?
Well, right now, I'm directing you not to be in charge.
Right
yeah,
you're
now.
telling me to.
I'm telling you. So let's just stay with the right now.
Okay.
So right now, I'm telling you, let go. This is the time right now. It's one of those times to not be in charge. I know you do not have to be in charge. I don't want you to be in charge. I want you to let go. I want you to take this opportunity to just feel your body releasing, release all the responsibility and the weights that go with it right now, because I don't need you to be in charge. I'm happy to be in charge. And what do you experience?
Well, it's very peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Good. Good.
It's very peaceful.
And I'm happy about that. Yeah, I want you to have the space to feel that peaceful experience right now. It's like full permission. What happens is you look at me right now.
Feel happy and trustful.
Good, I'm glad. Yeah. I'm really, I want you to have this experience of feeling happy and peaceful and trustful, and you can let go.
The heaviness just came over me.
Yeah. Oh, tell me about that heaviness.
I don't know yet. Just became heavy.
Well, I imagine there's lots of feelings that might come up as you start to allow yourself to relax.
Right.
Other feelings as well, whatever they are. Because when you're in charge, there's not much space to really feel much. You've got to marshal your energy and set that aside and organise other people and maybe tend to their feelings. But you know, once you're able to let go of that and not have to be in charge, then all sorts of feelings come up, whether they're peaceful feelings or heavy feelings. And that's okay.
Yeah, it's funny because it just feels heavy on one side of my body.
So lean on that side a little bit and let yourself lean towards the heaviness. And what I'm going to do, if it's okay with you, is I'm going to come around that side of you and sit next to you on that side and maybe let you lean against me. Is that all right? Okay. Just stay there. I'm going to come around. I'm going to organise this. Come up next to you. Next to you. And I want you to just kind of lean against me, like, yeah, that's it. Good. That's right. Just let yourself breathe. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I'm happy for you to lean against me. It feels good. How does it feel to you?
Feels happy. Feels good.
Yeah, just let yourself lean as much as you like. You can rest your weight on me, that's fine. Yeah, that's right. Get really comfortable.
I might go to sleep.
No, just, let yourself rest your weight. Yeah, that's right.
Trying to relax the tension in it. Yeah.
See if you can let your head be a little heavy. Head feels very light, so see if you can give me the weight. I'm pretty strong. I can handle the weight of your head. Yeah. I feel something in my heart, like a kind of sweetness. What do you feel?
I feel the warmth. Yeah.
I like it that you're trusting me. Yeah, I feel sort of protective of you, and
It feels like something is circling my heart in a protective manner.
Good. Just breathe into that. Be present with this experience. Yeah, that's right.
Just relax into it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's good to relax into that. I like you to do that.
It feels good to breathe deep.
Yeah, well, once you let go of that worry a little and the responsibility, you can.
You don't have to breathe. Your breathing becomes deeper.
Yeah, that's right.
Difference in the colors of the light too when you close your eyes. It's like the light becomes more purple.
Okay. What colour purple? Give me the shade.
Just change to red.
Okay. So how you doing there?
Good.
Well, I'm imagining that in some ways it would be very nice for you to just go to sleep, just completely let down and surrender and allow yourself to be completely heavy. That would, I imagine, be really nice for you right now. Yeah. And we're not going to do that right now. I'm going to finish in a few minutes. I want to acknowledge that would be good, and I'd like that. That would be something to be very happy about. Just let go entirely. Let yourself become heavy. Something I would like to be able to give to you as that experience, even though I'm not going to do that right now. I would like to do that. And I want to tell you that this is very easy for me. You don't feel too heavy. It's very easy for me to carry whatever weight you're giving me. And what do you feel right now?
I just feel very relaxed and very, I believe what you're saying. And it's sort of giving me permission to, even though I can't go to sleep right now in that heaviness, it's giving me permission to do that.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad. Okay, well, I'm going to finish up in a minute. I'm going to move away from you in a minute. And just be on your own again. I like this feeling of closeness with you, and like you letting go and resting your head on me. It's kind of hard to pull away in a way. 'Cause, I like this feeling of closeness. It's very easy just to remain here. Very comfortable. And reluctantly, I am going to pull away.
Okay.
So I'm just going to lean away slowly.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for
Yeah.
letting me take that position. And you look different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your face looks different. What do you feel?
I feel more feminine.
Good. I'm glad.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you for, allowing me to do that.
Yeah. Really, it was my pleasure. It felt very good to me too. There's some other feeling there. What is that?
I don't know. Well, let's see. It's okay. Yeah. Reluctance keeps coming out.
Yeah. Well, it is unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
So that was a risk. That was new territory. Definitely. So I also appreciate the reluctance that goes with all of that. It's very unknown or unfamiliar,
or not very often experienced.
Yeah, that's right. Rare. Yeah. Relatively. And I can imagine the reluctance might be also, once you do let go into that, it's hard to let go. It's hard not to have it there.
Right.
More of it.
Yeah. To let that go as well.
Yeah, that's right.
But I feel okay, like
Yeah.
everything's okay.
Okay.
I don't feel out of balance or
Good.
anything like that.
Okay.
I feel balanced.
Great. Well, thank you for
Mm.
allowing me into your world in that way.
Thank you.
I feel very close with you. So there's a process now of kind of, for me, of stepping back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Letting go, closing off. So we're going to finish up now
Okay.
and invite some feedback.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. I feel like I need to do something else to kind of finish with you, but I'm not sure what it is. I don't know. Do you need something right now? Or are you good? Are you right? Is this...
Again, I'm feeling like I should take care of you right now.
Oh, sorry. No, okay. No, okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm looking to you confused. Okay, so I'm going to take the initiative.
Okay.
I'd like to give you a hug.
That sounds
How
good.
does that sound? Okay, good.
Hugs are good. Thank
That's
you.
Okay, so feedback. I'm just going to go to Lou while you do that.
I feel like I need him here.
Yeah, I mean, I was really relating to. Oh, do we wait? Or do we give feedback?
He said, wow.
He did say wow, didn't he? I don't know what to do now. Maybe we should wait.
I think it might be good. I don't know.
Okay.
But you can go ahead. We can fill him in.
So I could really relate to, like, it felt almost like a struggle to receive or just unfamiliar territory. So I could really relate to that and just like giving in and not needing to always take the lead and be responsible. Like that was something I could really relate to. That came up for me.
Yeah.
So I was kind of practicing doing it while you were doing it. Just letting go. Social limits.
Yeah. You feel more full. You feel like you're
You're like
Mhm.
fuller.
Mhm.
By like letting go and receiving support.
You're talking about just receiving and feeling full as opposed to feeling empty. Uh-huh.
For me, it's like one of the most scenes that were like more intense for me. It was when the child, like when I don't know exactly when you were asked how many children, he said, "Oh, it's just 4." and I was thinking, it's like 3 children is a lot for an adult. My child, you know, and it was a casual like how it was underplayed, like
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's just like
That's true.
It's, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
cool, you know. And I was connecting at that moment with the child, you know, and I was I felt sadness, but the sadness was around, oh, why can't I just play with my, you know, why do I have to take this role? I really don't want to take this role. It's just, I rather play, you know, I don't want, like, it's almost I'm forced to a role that takes me away from another role, which is more natural for me at that age. So I was just really relating with that. yeah, I wrote here, step into a role not out of choice.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a sadness, an underlying sadness, like behind the casualty, what I was hearing, like, oh, it's cool, I was feeling, yeah, with my eyes a bit watery.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.